Woo! Good afternoon, my friends. It's good to see you all again. Oh my goodness, man. I got to tell you, I'm really glad to see you guys. I'm really glad that you can see me. Oh, dude, this was fucking crazy. Today was fucking crazy. But listen, I was going to call it a day. And listen, Aiden is going to go live. I'm not going to end this stream. But I'm going to keep going. But I'm not going to blame nobody for jumping over on Aiden's stream because he's obviously going to go live to share his feelings and everything on his channel, which I don't blame him for one bit. I sent him an invite to share his thoughts with us here, but he said he was going to jump on his own stream, and I don't blame him in the slightest bit for that. And I wouldn't blame any of you for going to check that out. But I went live again now, and I'm staying live for at least a little while because there was a 300, give or take a 300 amount of people made up of 300 people, give or take, who stuck with me the whole time Streamyard was down. Streamyard went down today for everybody. Totally crashed. Like complete and total fucking crash. And I stayed listening to the hearing. I gave play-by-plays. Oasis Cat was kind enough to be checking in with Jess Machado and continued to share Jess Machado's tweets in the chat. And you guys just hung in there with this blank-ass screen and just waiting, not giving a fuck who else was streaming, not giving a fuck about anything. That shit is loyalty that you can't fucking ever even... I've never seen that kind of loyalty on YouTube before. And I got to be honest with you guys, man. Like, I get pretty down, man. Like, I started to feel like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? Like, my audience, like my sub count is growing, but my viewership is like, why is that happening? I couldn't understand it. And I mean, it just boils down to like, there are other channels who, will have, people on their channels to, carry their channels on their backs for them. And I just don't run my shit like that, man. And it made me realize that, you can't, that's just irreplaceable. That there's just nothing better than to have no fucking content going on and you have 300 people strong just there waiting with even the understanding that you might not even be able to pop back on. So that shit is some shit that I'll never ever ever forget and take lightly. That's some amazing shit. It really, really opened my eyes to the kind of community that I have. And I'm really grateful for you guys. I could give a fuck less. Like I could give a fuck if I get another subscriber or not right now, if I'm being honest. I think that, when I'm always talking about quality over quantity of subscribers, that says it all right there. Like, you guys are amazing. Seriously, that shit is the dopest shit in the world. I will never take you guys for granted, ever, ever, ever. So thank you guys. And it was messed up because there was a minute there where I was able to stream the trial, the Zoom hearing on my Discord, but right now, like Cherry's in a very you can notice that Cherry's not here very often. Cherry's in a very she's going through a lot of things right now, a lot of personal things that in her life that she's having to deal with and having to deal with hands-on and head-on. Things that if any, I don't know anybody who could handle it, especially somebody at her age. Life just all of a sudden just fucking just barreled down on her and like what, it all at the same time. And she's just handling it right now. So because of that, you know, like she handles the Discord and she handles the memberships. Really, the only perk that I have for my members right now is the very occasional members only stream, but also access to the Discord. And you have to go through Cherry to do that. Cherry handles that. You have to like email her your receipt for the membership. Then she sends you an invite to the Discord, and it's a whole process. She just wasn't able to available to do that right now today. And you guys were fucking, you know, like here anyway. That's like I wanted to fucking cry about it, dude. I'm not even lying. Like it was mind blowing that you guys. Normally, I'd be in a panic, like, oh my god, you know. But you know, like you guys just appreciate me coming up here and just raw dogging this shit day after day. And just when I started to feel like, you know, is it worth it? Yeah, dude, it's worth it. Easy answer is absolutely. It's fucking worth it. It's beyond worth it. Like you guys were here when I had nothing going on and you guys were in my chat just to hang out with each other. And that is proof that what I set out for a community, the kind of community I wanted in my chat, that is proof that this has been achieved. And that's all you guys doing that. And I couldn't be more grateful for you guys. Seriously, that shit is amazing. I don't know anybody who could say that shit. So thank you guys. And I see Melanie Little's in the chat. Melanie, did you want to do something tonight? Was that a thing? I don't know. Text me with whatever. I'm hearing things. You know how things are in chat, so I don't know. I don't want to put anything in that. So if there's something that you wanted to do, please text me, and I'm more than likely down for it. So, but I only went live now. I only went live now because there's no way I was going to let that end like that. There was just no fucking way. I was going to like end that 6-hour stream where like at least 3 of those hours, you guys were just hanging in there. Like there's no way I was just going to end the day like that. And so let's bring this to exactly why we're here. Besides that, and Turtleboy was found not guilty. They opted to go with a bench trial. I love that. Normally that makes me nervous as hell. But when you're dealing with an honest judge, who this judge seemed to be, this was the way to go for sure. This guy was common sense, no nonsense. Just give me the facts, okay? And the facts dictate that this woman weaponizes restraining orders. She weaponizes restraining orders as an MO. Like, this is her MO. This is what she does. This isn't one isolated incident here. This isn't one isolated incident. Now, guys, Turtleboy's live. I'm not going to snipe Turtleboy's stream. That's shitty. So make sure if you guys want to go check him out, go give him a congratulations. Go give his video a like. Go over there, say what's up, hang out with him. I'm just going to hang out for a little while up here. And you guys can come back and catch the replay. You guys have hung out here with me all day long enough. I'm not going to hold it against you if you guys leave and go watch Turtleboy. I mean, he was just found not guilty, folks. So, but yeah, I just didn't want to end things the way that we did, the way that we ended them. So that's why I'm here. And we're going to hang out for a little while. Just for a little while. But yeah, I mean, yeah, this is someone who clearly just weaponizes the law. Everybody's just been weaponizing the law on people left and right here. And for some reason, this is accepted culture in Norfolk County. I don't understand it. Lindsay G, thank you so much. Not that Lindsay G. Appreciate it. Scott Messerschmidt, it's good to see you, buddy. Um, yeah, man. So I was just absolutely blown away by Bradle's. I mean, the thing is like, as much as I want to be like, oh my God, Bradle was amazing. Bradle is amazing. But this case, I feel like you'd have to be Cosgrove to fuck this up. You know what I mean? Like, you would have to be Cosgrove to fuck this up. Meredith, we did hear that. But the problem was we couldn't hear you. The sound in that courtroom is terrible. We could hear Tim question you. And we could hear some of Cosgrove's cross-examination of you, but yeah, it was I really wished I could have heard your responses better to Cosgrove's ridiculous questions. But obviously you did fantastic because Aiden is free of the. Now, let me ask you this, Meredith, while you're in here. Does this mean that his restraining order is still active, or did he squash the restraining order? Does he not have the authority to squash that restraining order right there and then? Is there a process to the restraining order getting squashed, or was that all taken care of today along with the not guilty verdict? Oh, the order was dropped in February. That's right. That's right. Thank you, Altman. I forgot about that. Yes. I forgot about that. My bad. Renewed January, hasn't been active since then, hence why this whole violation trial was ridiculous. Since it's no longer active, makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense. Yeah, so that's it. He's done with. So that's it. No more fake victim. Fuck off. Go back to hell. Go back to your dark, smelly, sulfur stinking fucking ass raping hole in fucking hell, woman. Jesus Christ. Dude, I'm not even going to pull back, dude, when it comes to that shit. Dude, I'm so sick and tired. And call me bitter. I don't care. Call me jaded. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I am sick and fucking tired of shitty, disgusting, psycho ass women who are just psycho enough to use being a woman as an excuse to fucking weaponize the law and know what they're doing. Like, there's that fucking line, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you fucking lock these people up for a 72-hour fucking hold, right? And then they play nice just enough because they know exactly what the fucking psychiatrist wants to hear in order to let you out and go, oh, okay. Just so you can go back to your fucking psycho, fucking sociopathic antics. Fuck that. And now she wasn't stopped because, mark my words, let me tell you guys something, dude. I'm telling you right now. Mark my words, dude. Lindsay Gattani is going to hurt somebody one day. Somebody's going to get hurt because of her. She might even get hurt because of her antics one day. She's going to pull that shit on the wrong dude. She's going to end up fucking spreading her legs for some crazy, insecure fucking douchebag who drinks too much or something. And then he's going to fucking have a meltdown and then fucking hold her kids hostage or some shit. Like, that is, I'm telling you, dude, that shit is inevitable. It's just a matter of time before she hurts somebody. Why? Because she operates within the boundaries of the law. Because she's just not crazy enough to operate within the boundaries of the law. Except when she does operate outside of the boundaries of the law, she's made the right friends that are going to bail her out of operating outside of the boundaries of the law, which is fucking insane. I mean, it's fucking crazy that somebody could just get away with that shit like time after time. And chances are the kind of dudes that she hooks up with are not people like Aiden who have resources and can hire a lawyer and fight this shit and spend the man hours and the resources fighting charges like this, fighting these protection orders and these so-called violations of protection orders and shit. And then they're forced to just go to court with some shitty public defender who's basically trained to not even go to trial, basically trained to just fucking find a plea and take the plea. And then this dude's got some fucking mark on his record because he is attracted to psycho pussy. Like, that's scary. And it's sad. And the way the laws in Massachusetts are set up, they're not gonna change anything like that anytime soon. And right, Tracy, like that's the thing, dude. Like, for all of you in the chat who have actually been victims of DV, that have actually been victims of domestic violence, any of you guys in the chat, you should be livid that this woman has done things like this and continues to be able to do things like this. You should be livid. I mean, I got all kinds of fucking I got all kinds of opinions, man. I got all kinds of opinions. But I would risk sounding pretty misogynistic if I continued on an emotionally fueled rant on the issue. I might end up on a whole fucking rant, and I don't really want to do that. The issue here is that Lindsay Gattani got she got blocked from weaponizing the law against Turtleboy. Finally, Turtleboy's free of her bullshit clutches, and it's fantastic. Hold on one second. God, this would have been so much I don't know why I do this to myself. It would have been a lot easier if I just fucking searched. All right. Oh man, you don't want that rant, dude. I'll start going into fucking child support and shit like that. You don't want me to do that. You don't want me to do that. Because man, God knows what kind of child support racket this woman has, dude. She's got 4 fucking kids, different dads. Who knows what kind of fucking child support racket this bitch has? I guarantee you she don't work. What's up, Mazza? It's good to see you, buddy. It's always good to see Mazza Media, man. Oh, man. All right, we got a special guest, folks. What's up, Meredith?
Hey, can you hear me okay?
We could totally hear you. Hold on, we got to give you some applause here. There you go.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, wait. You weren't supposed to get that much applause. It was on a loop. I didn't turn the loop off. What's up? How you feeling?
I'm feeling relieved.
Yeah. So what does this mean exactly? So no more? I mean, are you guys like officially, as far as legalities go, are you free of the Lindsay Gattani nightmare?
So unfortunately, there's still the charge in Superior. She got a witness intimidation charge too, along with the McAlberts, because of what they alleged happened on December 23rd or 24th or whatever.
Right.
All of that. So there's one, and then a wiretapping thing that we still haven't seen a single thing of discovery for yet. So
I thought that got dropped.
No, that one's still there. The A
Wow.
and B that started all this, it was the crux of this, which in my opinion, the witness intimidation would have never even happened if it weren't for the whole A and B claim that was dropped the second he got out of jail. So that one was dropped, but the felony ones at Norfolk Superior are still there. But for now, no more Dedham District charges, so that's a plus.
Yeah, no, that's fucking great. I love this. I mean, this is a huge win. And that's interesting because the December thing, she only became a witness out of a technicality. She wasn't a witness before that day. And then, right? I mean,
she didn't witness anything. I mean, the police reports are out there with what she told Tully that Karen tells him what to put in the blogs and stuff, and that, I guess,
that makes her a
witness, but she was never told anything important. And yeah, I guess under that logic, anybody can be a witness, and anybody, because anything that she was told are the same things that he says on his live show. So by that logic, everybody on YouTube watching his YouTube shows is a witness to whatever he's doing. So it's just silly. It's just more things. It was clearly just like an add-on to the A and B, the fake A and B, and now at least this fake charge, I mean, this absurd charge that I didn't even think that they would actually charge him with is gone. So I mean, it was a lot of work going to trial over this, and it's absurd because, and Bradel said this in his closing, like, this judge sees real HPO violations, people who need to be protected, people who have an order on someone, and then they're showing up and stalking them. Like, this is the opposite of that. So it's ridiculous that this took up 3 days of court, since Grandpa Cosgrove moved at like a glacial pace the entire time. Except for when he got on to me to cross, that was, I feel like, today when we saw the real side of him. He got animated. That was like the most excited I've ever seen him, and the quickest he's moved. So that was something else.
Wow. So, I mean, like, now you may not be able to answer this, but like, if you can't, it's fine. But once the Karen, because this just came to me, once the Karen Reed trial is over, which it just about is, does that mean that Turtleboy can still investigate people the way that he was before the witness intimidation charges? Because once the case is over, technically they're no longer witnesses. So would he still be able to conduct his investigations the way that he was able to do prior to the charges?
Trying to get servicing.
Oh, you're breaking up real bad. I think you're going through a bad spot. Yeah, we got to wait for Meredith to get through her bad spot here, but and the truth is I don't really expect her to have an answer for that. I just was curious if she knew any better. And I don't want her to answer if it's something that could get him in trouble either. I hope she can hear that. We just can't hear her because she's frozen. she just got cut off. I didn't do it. Sorry, I'm just looking at chat. And if she pops back in, I'm gonna go ahead and let her in, of course. Oh, she's back. There we go. All right. We can't hear you now, though. You're muted.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. It happened.
Sorry. I went through an area that I always lose service in for some reason.
Yeah, every time I have Aiden on, the same thing happens.
Yeah, we're probably going through the same way. Well, probably not, because he drives like a grandma, so he'll probably, we took separate cars today, which I was like, I wish we didn't, so we could have talked about everything after, but I always get home like 20 minutes before him anytime we leave, because he drives so slow.
Yeah.
Sorry, so what were you asking me? You were like, I heard you say, I don't know if you can answer this, but, and then I started having
I was wondering, if now that the Karen Reed trial is basically over, once it's officially over, depending on the outcome of it, of course, once it's officially over, can Aiden conduct his investigations the same way? Does that mean that the witness intimidation charges and the stipulations involving them still remain?
I mean, I doubt they would just drop the charges. I mean, because they technically they were witnesses at the time that he did whatever they're accusing him of being witness intimidation. So I don't think they would just.
Well,
drop
no.
them.
I don't think that they would drop them. What I mean is, like, would he be able technically to walk up to Jen McCabe and ask her questions? You know what I mean? Or,
I mean, theoretically, yes, but I don't think he should do that until his things are done.
Right.
But yeah, theoretically, yeah.
Right.
That's
well,
I'm
only saying that because I'm thinking in terms of fear of him getting a violation again. Does that make sense? So, like, because obviously they're going to try to take a look at what happened at D&E. They're going to try to take anything they can and try to revoke his bail from it. So I'm wondering if it would be as easy once the Karen Reed trial is over.
I don't think it'll be easy until his charges are gone away, to be honest. I don't think he can do anything. He shouldn't or can do anything else.
Right.
To be honest. But other people should be free to do that and not be worrying about, not that like necessarily metaphor, because other people have done stuff like you. Not that I'm saying you should get charged, but they seem to only care about getting him.
Oh, totally.
Charged.
Yeah, they didn't charge me. Like, them not charging me made it blatantly obvious that they were just looking to charge him. You know, they were going after him specifically. This was not about, they weren't afraid of anything, and they weren't intimidated by anything. They just saw an excuse that they thought that they could use to nail Aiden with something else.
Exactly. Yeah, they're only interested in him, but yeah, today was a wild day. Like, I did not expect Cosgrove to come at me like he did, and that was 45 minutes. I looked from when Jess Mercado tweeted that I started, and then when it was over, and it was over 45 minutes. It was like, wow, I like blacked out. I got like, I don't know, I got kind of nervous when he started getting like saucy with me and being like, really
like
aggressive.
he was right. He had some teeth, man. He was like a dial-up version of Brennan. It was weird. Like,
he was talking like trying to be Brennan. I remember I saw a tweet from Grant where he was like, "This is like a Hank Brennan-esque cross of O'Neill right now." No, it's like somebody trying to be Hank Brennan and failing. Like,
right? I mean, Hank Brennan failed at being Hank Brennan. Let's be honest, but he didn't have any facts, and he thought he could be distracting, and he thought he could throw up a bunch of points. Like, it was funny how Costco brought up he brought up a completely other incident that had nothing to do with the incident in question. The whole trial was about his violation of the restraining order, which was that one day in question at the courthouse where Paul O'Keefe brought Lindsay Gattani to the courthouse as his guest. That was the only thing. And yet in his closing argument, he seemed to try to distract with a completely separate incident that had nothing to do with anything.
Right. Yeah, I mean, yesterday or throughout the week, he kept talking about the stupid car vandalism, vandalizing a car. It's like, what are you doing? And then he started asking YouTube show on February 24th of 2004. And I was like, you mean 2024? He's like, yes. I was like, I don't remember. Like, I don't know what to tell you. then
wow.
he was like, he was doing the thing that Hank did the other, like you don't like my question, like repeat what my question is. That wasn't what I asked and stuff. And he was like, you don't like Miss Katani, do you? And I said, I don't like people who lie. And he's like, well, that's when he flipped out. That was what set him off. He's like, well, that wasn't what I asked. Do you know what my question was? And I wasn't gonna lie like she did yesterday when Bradel asked her if she knows if Kate Peter hates Aiden, and she's like, I don't know. I was just like, of course I don't like Miss Katani. I'm not just gonna perjure myself like she did. So, yeah.
Sorry, give me 1 second here. I've got a DoorDash order on the way because I'm out of energy drinks.
Oh, that's nice.
And I want to make sure
ordering?
the guy delivers energy drinks just because I'm out and I need to make sure he delivers them to the right door so my gimpy ass doesn't climb up a flight of stairs in a hill.
Oh yeah, how's your leg doing?
It's just I'm sick of it. It's getting better, but not quick enough, and I'm tired of it. It's just annoying. I want to get back to my normal routine. That's all.
Oh, sorry. Well, I hope it's better if you're coming up here again soon.
I mean, I plan on it. I hope that there's a celebration when Karen's acquitted. So that's the plan, because I'm not going to miss that. I put too much time and effort into this case to not party with everybody when the celebration happens, you know. So
yeah,
even if I gotta,
I can't believe closing tomorrow.
If I gotta fucking be wheeled up there in a coffin, I'm going. So, oh shit, oh, they already dropped it off. And yeah, he left it exactly where I was hoping he wouldn't. Okay. But yeah, so yeah, I'm hoping that'll be the case, and I really want to see everybody again. And I can't let the last time I was there be the last time I go and hang out with everybody in Boston. There's got to be a gathering, you know.
Oh, for sure.
I miss everybody already.
I know. It might be soon at this point, and I can't believe closings are tomorrow. And Auntie Bev seems to really want to stay on track, having them come in early. And I think she said, somebody tweeted that she wants them to stay till 5:30 tomorrow night. I don't know. I haven't been able to follow much of what happened with Karen at all today since I've been in court.
I heard her say 5, but
okay.
I don't know if she said 5:30 after that. But I heard her say she was going to ask the jury to stay till 5.
Wow.
And then somebody in my chat, because I was too busy covering Aiden's thing, somebody in my chat was mentioning that she's going to give 75 minutes for closing arguments or something like that, or 90 minutes for closing arguments, maybe.
She said 75, so I did catch that before I went into court this morning because they started at 10, and she's like, I'm not going to give you 90 minutes, so I'll give you 75, so fine.
I mean, dude, like if any case needs 90 minutes for closing, it's this one.
I know, especially the length of the trial, and I know that sounds long, but if you look at like just other long trials, I mean, this trial was 3 days, and Cosgrove went 17 minutes. I noticed because the judge gave them each 15 minutes. Bradel took 13, and Cosgrove was going on to 17, and I was like, I kept looking at my watch. I'm like, is Palmer gonna say like, bro, you're over? But I mean, it's good. He let him finish thoroughly, probably because he knew at that point he was going to find him not guilty, so he didn't want to say, oh, like I didn't get to do my whole closing or anything. So
yeah, and what was really fun though, like I was listening to Grant stream it, and that was like, I mean, I wasn't streaming it, I was streaming it on Discord because Streamyard took a shit. Streamyard crashed for hours today. So so nobody could, everybody was done. Nobody could stream it, except those who are smart enough and computer savvy enough to use the OBS instead of StreamYard. Grant is one of those people.
Yeah.
But Grant
was he narrating at this time? So I haven't listened to any of the testimony for today because I respected the sequestration order, but I heard somebody said the first day he was just narrating. Like he wouldn't stream the Zoom like a normal person. He was just narrating what was happening, and it was like wildly different from what was actually happening.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he did the same thing today. If he's still just narrating it.
That's accurate. Now, I only had him on when they weren't talking, when there was breaks. So that was the only time, and he doesn't stop. Like if it wasn't for the whole compulsive liar thing, he would be really good at this, because he just goes and goes and goes, talks and talks and talks and talks. There's never any dead air. He would be like, I was still entertained by it. It's just because I know he's a liar. So I was laughing because he was just going, I don't see any way possible, because Cosgrove put up such a great argument, and I don't see any way possible that Turtleboy is going to be found not guilty, because Cosgrove's argument was on point. He was on top of everything, and then he just went on and on about towels around the world and how he had 33,000 people watching him on X. And then I went over to X to check, and he literally had like 100 views and like 20 likes. And I was like, what are you doing, dude? Like, what are you talking about? Who believes you? This is crazy. He just makes things up like at the drop of a hat. Like he's clearly Wendy Murphy's son. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. Like I've never seen more. As soon as I saw Wendy Murphy on Court TV, I was like, oh, this tracks. I was like, now I understand Grant. 100%. Now I get him. Yeah. Like, I don't even hate Grant.
I don't hate him. I mean, honestly, like his stance on the Karen Read case isn't what offends me, because compared to some of the other like anti-Karen Read trolls, he's like somewhat respectful. At least he's not like making fun of her looks. He's not saying some of the horrible things that they are. It's his now. It's his, I mean, it's his stance with Lindsay that is driving us, because he knows that she's lying. He knows what a shitty person she is. He knows this wasn't a restraining order violation. He knows Aiden didn't rape her. Like he was her mouthpiece, like shouting for a while before the defamation stuff started, and he just like still like goes on and on. Like you're right, he's a liar, and he knows he's lying, and it's just frustrating.
Yeah, and he just does it so effortlessly. It's wild. And then like he puts up a poll in his chat where it says Lindsay will get justice as one choice, and then another one, the other choice is I hate babies, puppies, and Santa Claus. Like, like he just creates this echo chamber, and it's just wild, dude. Like, and people buy into it. Like, it's not very many, but some people buy into it. It's wild. Dude, I don't know, man. I don't understand what anybody's doing. Now Plevin's getting more people in his chat than I am, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? But it is what it is. I mean, I guess people like a guy who's going through chemo or something. I don't know.
No, I think they just have less choices over there, because there aren't that many idiots who want to like promote anti-Karen Read stuff, because stupid. So I mean, they just don't have that many choices. So, and doesn't he also stream with like Kate and Coffin Editor? So it's just like one spot, really, right? I guess the other choice is like Twisted Tragedies.
But
she got her spotlight yesterday. I don't know if you heard about that part of the testimony about she was like the babysitter that day. This? Twisted Tragedies.
Oh yeah. Twisted Tragedies was the babysitter that was supposed to pick the kids up for the bus. Like,
that
what?
was just like horrifying, and I just heard about this in the last couple of hours since I was done with the sequestration. But like the fact that like you'd let your kid, like who would probably be terrified to see somebody they don't know, a stranger, pick them up off the bus. Also, you can go to a hearing that's not even your own hearing, like a Karen Read hearing that has nothing to do with you, for the sole purpose of kicking someone out and trying to get them violated a restraining order. It's just like. It all we hear about is her children. But like she was willing to leave her kids with a stranger, all for this. Like
just for that, right? Just to get him violated, and it was clear that's what her purpose was. And even Paul O'Keefe on the stand admitted, like he was like, yeah, it was Kate Peter who contacted him and facilitated the invite. So. But he was like, I mean, he acted like he had nothing to do with it, but we all know that's bullshit.
This is an unpopular opinion because I know everybody wants to think Paul is a conspiracy, but I think what he said that he didn't plan this. I think he welcomed it. I think for sure it was Kate, probably Jen McCabe, and Lindsay who thought of this and decided to do it. I mean, Paul said, sure, she can come because that's how she got in, was being with the O'Keefe family, and I'm sure they welcomed it. Peggy obviously welcomed it, but I don't think that he really planned it as much as.
I don't think he planned it either, but he welcomed the idea, like you said, and he did say on the stand that his family gave the permission to invite her.
Yeah, they gave the permission to invite her. I'm sure once the idea was brought up, they were all for it. And he admitted to that. He admitted he would prefer Aiden isn't there reporting and stuff. And so I didn't think he was dishonest at all. And that's why when I talked to Aiden in the break, I was like, I don't think Paul Merle has the appetite to hear about all the stuff with the Karen Reed conspiracy and stuff. I think you just need to stick to the facts. She followed you there. This is abusing the system of restraining orders. This is, and I think Bradel in his closing was like, what does it say to people with real restraining orders that you can go and trick people and violate them, just by showing up where they are and kicking them out? And I just think sticking to the facts. I'm not saying Paul's totally innocent. I just don't think he orchestrated this as much, at all. I think he welcomed it, but I don't think he planned it. So. What do you think was the most
effective exculpatory evidence for Aiden that Bradel used?
Definitely the police officers, validating his story that he wanted to get a report done, and that's why he didn't leave right away. And the officer with the vandalism report incident, as much as stupid as it was that Cosgrove kept bringing up the car vandalism, the fact that she had a police officer there within minutes of this supposed violation happening, reports this car vandalism, and doesn't say a word about the restraining order thing when she's in a group with Jen McCabe, Chris Albert, all who hate him. You don't think if that happened, they would be getting an officer to find him immediately and arrest him on the spot? No, because if it happened, that would have happened immediately. They would have arrested him immediately. They would have been more than thrilled to have him arrested if any of the stuff about him yelling at her and saying, liar, liar. Then she suddenly thought of it on her way home after Kate Peter told her that Aiden was still around the courthouse and stuff. No. And Bradel played on one of the first days, I think, the 911 call where at 3:07 she calls and she's like, I just reported a vandalism to my car, but I also want to report a restraining order violation, implying she didn't report it then because she again, perjured herself again, I heard yesterday, saying she did report it to Officer Kozak. Officer Kozak came into court again yesterday. I said, no, she didn't report this to me. And her own 911 call just further proved, this fucking lies. So it was great. I think those were really the biggest things, were the police things, in my opinion.
I thought that the Frankie video was probably really helpful, too.
Oh yeah, that was a fight to get that in, and that was the thing, because Cosgrove had filed a motion in limine last week to keep out any prior bad acts or anything like that, saying it's not relevant. And he had no idea about the Frankie stuff before. In his mind, he was trying to keep out that Mary, the time when she calls Mary and threatens to murder her kids, and he hadn't seen any of this Frankie stuff, but and it was my decision to try to get this in because there's that police report that I think you have now where it literally is an officer saying, I think that the victim played an active role in this encounter of this violation. That just says it all. She's done this before. She's doing it again now in this situation. She manufactures restraining order violations, and I'm glad he let it in. I mean,
yeah, it's her MO, man. It's crazy.
Insane.
Oh man, there was something else I was going to ask. I forgot what it was. Shit, that always happens to me. When you were talking about the vandalism, I thought it was beautifully ironic how she didn't take account taillight pieces on the ground as being a lack thereof as being evidence that her car was not vandalized at the time.
That was great. I was not expecting that. Where Bradel's gonna ask the cops, were there any signs of this damage happening just recently?
Right then and there.
No. Yeah, that was great. Something I hadn't thought of before either.
Were all the taillight pieces in the well of the taillight? Are we going to get into a whole new taillight thing in this trial too?
Again, not even relevant to this because he was not on trial for vandalizing a car, but it was just great to further discredit her in this whole concocted story of the day. It was she was trying to first get him violated by going to the court, and that didn't work. Then she was going to try and say that he vandalized her car, and then that, obviously, there was no proof of that. So, of course, when she gets home or hears later that he's there, she's going to make up this fake violation. But I'm just glad that Pomerol saw through it.
Yeah, that judge was great. He was tough, but he was fair.
So I knew if we had him, we would have success because, so you had asked a question in the chat too about the order being gone. So the order was not renewed this past January, but last April 2024, they filed a motion. Now this is just 4 months after it was originally granted. Bradel filed a motion to get rid of it completely. That was with Pomerol, the same judge who we had today, and he basically, he had a whole day of a hearing. He's like, I can't find any case law that allows me to vacate a restraining order, but on his own, without a request to modify the order, he made it so that any courthouse within, I forget what it is, 150 feet or something, is not would not be a violation if he's at a courthouse. So basically, he amended the order on his own so that what happened that we were on trial for today, the February 26th incident, wouldn't be a violation. That's what Pollard did. So that's why I was like, that's the same judge who did that. He's not going to find you guilty on this. No way.
Yeah, he seems to be real understanding of the First Amendment and protective of it to some degree. So that's good. Because that's what Aiden has working for him overall is just a common sense understanding of how the First Amendment works and how journalism works, and it just is what it is. The guy has not done anything that should be illegal anyway. Technically, is there a law that he technically broke? Yeah, but the law that they used is obviously unconstitutional. It shouldn't even be a law. Right. So, and that's not, involving Lindsay's thing, but it's involving everything else that he's dealing with right now. So hopefully we get a similar judge involved in that and that feels, sympathetic to what Aiden does for a living and what is needed to do to get to the truth. You're not going to get to the truth by doing what all of the other mainstream media conglomerates covering this case have done, because they haven't done anything to get to the truth. They've just kind of covered the truth as they feel comfortable covering and putting out there and talking about. And it's really, really disturbing, honestly. But hopefully, moving forward, Aiden comes out on top. Hopefully Karen Reed gets exonerated. This will help validate him and then hopefully his overall case, those 16 charges get dropped. And because they're seen for the bullshit that they are.
I know. Yeah. I'm hoping this is the first of many victories. I got to run in a second, but thank you for having me on, and thank you everybody if you're listening who was there today supporting us, especially 3 days. Nobody expected this to be a 3-day long trial, but you were there. Thank you, Will, for streaming this for 3 days straight too, or whatever, a day in between. But thank you guys all so much.
I'm locked in. Yeah, every hearing, as long as it's available, I'm gonna stream it. Every single one. I'm locked in.
Thank you so much. Here.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. Thank you for taking the time to join me. I know you must be exhausted, so thank you for joining me on your ride home, and I hope you guys celebrate and have a good time tonight.
We definitely will. Not in Canton, so
right.
I know everybody's first reaction when we're gonna go out, they're like, "Be careful, don't get in trouble." And we never have any issues in Southeast, so all right. Thank you so much. Bye.
Yeah. Bye. Have a good one. Thank you.
Bye.
All right, guys. Meredith O'Neill. People. Meredith O'Neill, Turtleboy's girlfriend. Yeah, man. This has been a hell of a day. I'm going to see what else is going on here first. See what we got going on here. Because, I mean, there's nothing to even talk about as far as Karen Reed goes. I mean, we're just going to see what's going to happen with closing arguments at some point. Hold on a second. What's going on here? All right. Sorry. I got to mute you guys for a second. A second. Okay, sorry about that. Sometimes people message me. I have to check what it is because it might be important. All right, so let's do this. Let's stream Turtleboy stream real quick. Hear what he has to say. No breaking news. Breaking news is that Turtleboy was found guilty from the Lindsay Gattani bullshit.
Not guilty. Not guilty. Y'all got to feel me. What's up, people? How's everyone doing out there? I got my not guilty swerve on. Happy Thursday. What's telling me? Oh, man.
Almost booed that shit. Almost booed that shit. Liz88, thank you so much.
Let's go. This is a precursor for tomorrow. This is a warm-up. This is an appetizer for the big one. Let's go.
Tomorrow is the
All right. Good morning, everyone.
Closing arguments.
Good morning. As you guys saw, you guys might have heard, I've just been acquitted for violation after a 3-day trial for violation of a restraining order that no longer exists with a lying scag who was in the courtroom for the verdict. She came back today. She testified yesterday, lied her face off, and the judge didn't believe a word that she said. And neither is the next judge in the Superior Court case, because she's a liar. She's a liar. And she sent me to jail for 60 days over a lie. A lie.
A lie. A goddamn lie.
I never threatened anyone. I never violated any orders. Period.
All right, I'm gonna leave him with you for a second.
That's what that was. Complete and total victory. Everything is rectified, baby. That's what that was. So if you guys didn't hear the news, all right, I had a 3-day trial for violation of a restraining order from February 26, 2024, because I just got out of jail 3 days prior after the fake victim made up a lie that I hit her. And after she colluded with Brian Tully and Ken Mello and Krusty Panties and they urged her to invite him over your house and get him in the apartment, and then you could say whatever you want. And that's what they did. And they were on the phone with her the whole time, and they knew it. They knew she was a liar. And this is what she does. She lies. She did it to Frank Keegan. She did it to Bonifilio. She did it to her own father. She does it to everyone. And finally, one of us got justice. Daddy got justice. She fucked with the wrong person. I'm not Frank Keegan. No disrespect to Frank Keegan, but I ain't him. I don't know what she thought, who she thought she was fucking doing this to. But it ain't me. I'm not that guy. I'm the other guy. So, you know, it was a great feeling, man. Great feeling. So I got out of jail after she said that I hit her, set the whole thing up, and she showed up out of nowhere at the Karen Reed hearing on February 26th, on the same day that the charges were dropped. All right, on the same exact day that the charges were dropped. Am I going the wrong way here? Hold on. Yeah, I'm going the right way. Okay. Yeah. On the same day that the charges ended up getting dropped. All right. And so I'm like, how did she end up here? She doesn't know any of these people. She came with the McAlberts and they go Keefs. I'm like, are you kidding me? And I got up and I did the responsible thing and I left the courtroom. It's all on video. I left. And then
it's always all on video.
At I apologize. 5 minutes later, I went across the street. Filmed myself,
did testify in his favor.
I didn't know what to do. Police officer told me, go stand over there. Okay, for now. Okay, I did. And I waited there, and court was over in 5 minutes. I never got to talk to him. And people pouring out everywhere. I don't know what's going on, right? Just chaos. Everybody looks like ants. I don't see her. She doesn't see me. She goes back to her car. She claims that I vandalized her car. She calls the cops, right? Tells the police, oh, he vandalized my car. As it turns out, the car was vandalized before that, but she's insinuating I did it. But what she doesn't tell the cops is that I violated the order against her. She doesn't mention anything about that. She doesn't mention that until an hour later when she calls the cops back and says, oh, yeah, also, I forgot to mention that this guy I'm obsessed with and I was holding the order the whole time. I knew he was going to be there. Yeah, he yelled liar, liar at me over and over again. And he was within 100 yards. And the idiot cop Power should be ashamed of himself. Shameful Dedham cop, Officer Power, dumbass, blindly believes her. Right? He just blindly believes her. And he files charges against me. They try to revoke my bail over it. It fails. I end up being, they try to revoke, I don't go to jail over that. But I still got to face this trial, and I can't believe this actually went to trial. It lasted 3 days, and we presented all of our evidence on a freaking misdemeanor, right? And we had 3 cops testify on my behalf. It was awesome, and I won. I freaking won. I was found not guilty by Judge Pomerol. We went with a bench trial. I feel like it was the right decision to make.
It was the right decision.
Pomerol is the same judge who.
Everything is the right decision because you're found not guilty now.
When he amended the order.
Now we can guarantee that everything you did was the right decision. 14th.
He amended the order so that I could be within 50 yards of any courthouse, because in case you tried that shit again. And it was just great, man. It was a great feeling. And all these people showed up today and yesterday and on Monday. And it was awesome to have a room full of supporters. And you guys were fantastic. It was great to just look behind and see you guys there. The fake victim tried her best. But she had no supporters there. No one showed up for her. No one gives a shit about her. And we buried her. We just buried her.
No one.
And it was great. We're gonna bury her.
No one gives a fuck about her, dude.
In the Superior Court case. And just like we're gonna bury all these bullshit witness intimidation charges, we're gonna bury them all, right? And the order doesn't even exist anymore. The order was not even renewed in January. She's done. Like I think she considers these, like, I joke around with this, but I'm being kind of serious. Like, to her, and I'm sure she's watching right now, she's still obsessed with me. These are like dates for her. Like, I never took her for a meal of food. And that's one thing Meredith, when she testified today, she goes,
he never even took her to dinner, bro.
Cosgrove was out of control. Where do you see the video?
Like, that's what you call a fucking, listen, bro.
So that.
Let me give you guys let me fucking learn you all a little bit. Let me learn y'all on the difference between somebody like Meredith and somebody like fake victim. Okay, fake victim is what is commonly referred to by the kids today as a thotty. Okay, a thotty. Okay, that's all that is. You don't spend money on people like that. Okay, these women that you just like, they're only good to wear out, dude. That's it. You just wear them the fuck out, bro, and then that's it. Once they're worn out, they're done. There's no use for them anymore. There's no use for shit bags like Lindsay Gattani except to fucking degrade sexually, because that's what they want. It's what she wants. That's the kind of person that she's. You don't buy them dinner. You don't fucking buy them jewelry or flowers or shit like that, because even maybe you don't know that you know it, but you know that they're psycho to some degree. You don't want to send the wrong signals to somebody like this. You send the wrong signals. You go and you send a fucking single rose to somebody like this, and the next thing you know, you're paying child support for all 4 of her kids that ain't even yours. That's what ends up happening, dude. You don't ever, you don't even so much as get somebody like that a Happy Meal, bro, because they get the wrong idea. You don't ever do that. You don't even let them buy you shit. Okay? They buy you shit, then you're sending another signal. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, well, I'm taking care of him now. You know what I mean? Don't do that shit. Let me tell you something. If you're broke, you're having a hard time, you're struggling, and some girl like that comes along and she says, oh, I got you. Don't worry about it. I'm just a nice person. I like to do nice things and I like to take care of. No. I'm good. I'm good. You understand what I'm saying? I'm good. Don't bother. Okay? But you're 6'2" and you only weigh 110 pounds. Listen, that's because I'm a fucking Buddhist. Okay? I need you to understand that, ma'am. I'm a Buddhist. Okay, what I'm doing right now is I am fasting in the name of Reiki. Okay, Namne you Reikio, Namne you Reiki. You don't believe me? Listen, Ramne you Reikio, Ramne you Reikio. That's not how you say it. I don't care. That's not how I say it. That's how I say it. Ramne you Reikio, Ramne you Reikio. You got your little symbols. Ding. Ramne you Reikio. I'm a Buddhist, bitch. Don't buy me no food. Leave me alone. That's what you do. You get the fuck out of there. Get the fuck away from that. You need to stay the hell away from crazy. You don't you got to manage the situation where there's nothing but sexual encounters. Nothing but sexual encounters. No buying ice cream for the kids. None of that shit. Okay? Like, you see the kid, hey, what's up there, bruiser? Boom. Give him a fist pump. That's as far as you take the relationship with the kids. It's as far as you go. Mom, I really like him. Yeah, I really like him too. How come he doesn't take us places? Well, it's because I'm a whore, kid. You know, I'm only good for sloppy. That's all I'm good for. What's sloppy, mommy? Don't worry. You'll end up the same way because I'm raising you. Don't worry. That's how that is. That's how that is. It's not Turtleboy's responsibility. It's not Turtleboy's responsibility. That's nobody's responsibility. Okay? There's an implication when it comes to dates. Okay? There's an implication when you walk into a place, you hold the door open for somebody, and then they sit down across from you, and you're looking up at a waiter and going, "Oh, that looks nice. What are you getting? What if I try that? If I order that and I try a little bit of yours, and then you order that and try a little bit of mine?" None of that shit happens when all you're interested in is sloppy, and all they're good for is sloppy. That's it. That's it. Don't give them nothing else. Okay? Burn them the fuck down. Move on. And that's not to say, that's not to imply that every single woman who you just have an understanding with like this is somebody that you don't respect. You always treat them with respect. But some girls are just for the sloppy until it develops into something else. Sometimes it develops into more. But a person like Lindsay Gattani, sloppy. Cut off at sloppy. That's it. There's no beyond the sloppy. It's just the sloppy. There's no chance of beyond the sloppy, folks. Okay?
Eden and Lindsay were dating like before you. She goes, they were not dating. And he goes, really? It's like, yeah, because there was no meals of food. There was none. So like, I think that she considers these court dates like kind of like a date still. Like this is like how she stays close to, like she can still see me and control me and like be near me, because that's what abusers do, right? They got to be near you. And that's what this was today. This was just like, I've moved on with my life. I want nothing to do with her. We called her a paramour. And she said she didn't know what that was. I hope she went home and Googled it. She's a paramour, nothing more. And, it was just an awesome feeling, man. It was an awesome feeling. And I don't know. So yeah, I don't got that much else to say. The witnesses were great. I want to say thank you to Jill and Jack and Lisa and Lauren, who took, all of whom took like 3 days off.
Secret lover. So that's what paramour means. It means secret lover. It means guma. It means side piece. It means sloppy. That's what that means. Sloppy.
To be there for me, and obviously Meredith and the 3 Dedham police officers, Officer Caddy, Officer Crump, and Officer Kozak, who all told the truth, about what happened out there. And they know that this is all bullshit. It was great, man. It was great. I feel like I'm forgetting more of my witnesses. I had so many awesome witnesses in this. Even actually, he's the one that called Crump and Kozak, and I don't know if he thought that worked out well, right? What role did Twisted Tragedies play in this? So Twisted Tragedies, she said that on February 26th,
Twisted Tragedies,
she had to get
the
home,
bus stop babysitter
off the bus, but yet she claimed she had a sitter. So like, you had to get home for 3:10. The hearing starts at 2. How did you know you were going to be back by then? How did you know you were going to be back by then?
Right.
And I know I'm forgetting one of my witnesses. I'm driving right now, so I can't think. But I want to thank all my witnesses. But anyway, so they asked the judge asked her, like, or not, the judge didn't ask her, but we asked her, like, so how are you gonna get back in time? Like, because that was her reason for leaving so quickly without telling Kozak that I allegedly just violated the order. She claimed she did. She couldn't get a story. First, she claimed she did say that. She did tell Kozak that, and he just didn't put it in his report. Then she claimed that she was in a rush to get back because there was a mob descending on them, and she had to get her kids off the bus. And then she said she had a babysitter.
A mob descending.
Oh, yeah, the babysitter never met. The babysitter never met the kids before. So she just announced in court that, oh yeah, my kids who are like in kindergarten and younger, the closet baby type shit. They just got out. You just
and seeing who it is, it's Twisted Tragedies, bro. So basically, you found some troll off the internet to babysit your kids, bro. That's what you're telling the court. That you found some fucking troll on the internet to babysit your kids, because that's fucking great. That's good for you. Mother of the fucking year, bro. Unreal, dude. I got 4 kids. I'm going to get a fucking internet troll to fucking babysit my kids. What? You're going to tell an internet troll where your kid's bus stop is, first of all. Somebody you ain't never met before. Somebody named Twisted Tragedies. And they're just going to roll up and pick up your kids at the bus stop. You're going to tell them where your kids get picked up and dropped off to go to school every day. And you're going to send them that, dude, right. It is horrifying. It's absolutely fucking horrifying. Like, that shit is insane. This woman is a menace, bro. A menace. And sloppy.
Let him get off the bus with a total stranger. Like, oh, that's responsible. That's great. What? And then as it turns out, she said the stranger was Twisted Tragedies, but she'd known her for years. Yet I got text messages from her that Jen Altman retweeted, saying that like that Twisted Tragedies is a crackhead. She shouldn't be allowed near kids, this and that. And that was the babysitter. I mean, this is so ratchet. The whole day was so ratchet.
So crazy.
And no one was there to support her. No Krusty, nothing. Nobody supported her. And we got Paul O'Keefe on the stand. He couldn't have come across as a bigger douche at all. He didn't. So she testified that he invited her. And then she changed her testimony to, well, Kate Peter told me that he invited me. And then we got him about it. And he testified that he didn't invite her, but that she was more than welcome to be there, right? And that, you know, the more the merrier, that somebody had asked if she could go. And instead of saying, no, this is a serious thing, it's my brother's murder trial, we're not turning into a fucking circus, he's like, yeah, bring her down. Bring her down.
Wow.
Bring her down. So it was dope, man. It was dope. And she asked, you know, at least our witnesses were honest. Like, they asked Meredith, do you like Lindsay? You don't like her, do you? And she's just like, no, I don't. I don't like her at all. At least Paul was honest about that. He said he didn't like me. But like it built up like that Paul kind of organized this whole thing. It was all a setup. He sat with them. Seating was limited, you know? So yeah, man, it was great, bro. It was great. And tomorrow, guys, feel optimistic. I want to see like thousands of people in Dedham tomorrow. I'm going to get there.
Yeah,
I want to get a seat in that courtroom for closing statements. I can't wait to see what Alan Jackson says and does tomorrow. I know it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be fucking awesome. And I just can't wait. A lot of people were down there today.
I'm excited,
and
bro.
I think that Auntie Bev wants them there at like 8:45. And she wants them to deliver it to like 5:30. Like I think she wants a verdict tomorrow. So like, and if the verdict comes tomorrow, it's going to be not guilty. I'll tell you that much right now. I will tell you that much right. It's going to be not guilty. And I just think this is a sign today,
bro.
I mean, isn't it weird? It happened like a day before. Karen
Agreed.
Reed's closing statements. Like, come on. I feel like it's meant to be. You know, I feel like it's meant to be. You know. So, anyway, guys. It's hard to do this in the car. I can't. I was just at a stoplight there, so I could read.
Yeah, he's losing. Yeah, the same thing happens every time he goes live from his car. I mean, there's going to be spots where that are patchy. You saw it happen with Meredith. All right. Dr. Turtleboy, y'all. Not guilty, my friends. Not guilty.
Are we back?
Oh, wait, he's back.
Yeah, we're back. Sorry about that. Anyway, I'm going to end the stream now because it's all fucking fucked up. But I love all you fine people. We're going to talk about this on Sex Cult tonight. I got the videos. Maybe we'll watch some of the videos on it. All right. So, yeah, it's going to be dope. They're outstanding Lindsay Gattani charges. Yeah, there's still the witness intimidation indictment and the wiretapping charge too. So we'll knock that one off, and then we'll knock the McAlbert charges off, man. It's going to be great. One less charge to worry about now. And the window intimidation. So, you know, they came at the king, and they best not miss. That's what they say, guys. So we'll see you guys, all right? We'll see you guys for Sex Cult tonight. We'll see you in Dedham tomorrow, bright and early. I'll be there all day. I will not be leaving Dedham until we have a verdict. And, hopefully, God willing, that verdict is going to be not guilty, just like it was today. All right, guys? Love you guys. Talk soon. PC Bum Crease.
Oh my gosh, man. So, yeah, people. I mean, let's just be honest, folks. Let's see where we're at on the poll. Let's see where we're at on the poll, because we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. 59% of you say no. 59% of you say no. Oh my God, that makes my victory when it happens so much fucking sweeter. Okay? Like it or not, folks, mark my words. Before the end of the Karen Read trial, I will have satisfaction when it comes to these shoe shenanigans. Mark my words. I mean, people, I don't know what else it takes. Maybe you guys need education. Maybe you guys just need a refresher.
People are talking about John O'Keefe sneakers. What are they saying?
On the bottom, white. He goes, no. He's like, no, bro, that shit is fucking black, dude. Like, you can see the snow on top of it. Look at it, dude. Use your eyes.
It appears that the sole of the shoe is darker in color. It might be the lighting. It might be the snow packed onto it.
Shadows don't work like that, bro, where you can see white. And I mean white. Right here, dude. Right here. Right here. Right here. Glare spitting facts. Right here. Right here. Dude. Shadows don't fucking work like that.
Yeah.
Who is that handsome devil?
And it's a big discussion online, too. Everyone is posting pictures of the shoe in the snow next to the shoe in evidence and saying one has a black sole, one has a white sole. People have researched that Nike makes a shoe that looks like that with a black sole with the white around the side of the sole. But
that's a black soled shoe, bro. Look at that right. Dude. You can't see my cursor. Look at the back of the shoe, dude. Look at how the sole comes up the back, bro. That is a black soled shoe, dude.
The bottom being black. So there's a lot of controversy about that, and we'll see how it manifests itself inside of the court.
That's not the same fucking shoe, dude.
How far the defense goes with it through cross-examination, etc.
Like, you can see the shape of the sole, the design of the goddamn shoe, bro. Yeah, bro.
What is that, a left or a right sneaker, sir?
This is the left sneaker. Excuse me, this is the right sneaker from 34 Ferry Road, Kansas.
Yes, you are. Sure. If you could put the speaker back in the bag and let Mr. Brennan bring the bag over, please.
What was that?
I don't exactly, Vinny. What you say. That is not the same fucking shoe. That is not the same fucking shoe. I don't know who this beautiful, devastatingly sexy motherfucker is that's out here spitting facts. All I'm saying is I agree with this man right here that it is not the same fucking shoe.
Is there a theory that a shoe was planted? Where did that shoe come from? Where's the other shoe with the white? How did someone have another Nike with a black sole? There's a lot of questions that it raises.
It doesn't take a fucking attorney to see that that's a fucking black soled shoe, dude. A black soled shoe, dude. It takes someone with eyes. With eyes.
What are we doing? Magic tricks here? Eklund, what just happened?
I'll work on my impression of this guy, but I'm getting.
What is that?
Foolishness, because that's not the same sneaker. Listen, I am not a sneakerhead by any means, but that is two different sneakers. I think this would be this would open the door to like a My Cousin Vinny type moment in which you make a sneakerhead an expert.
I don't like you.
Yeah. We're skipping through that. Does Karen Reed and her team know that is not the same fucking shoe? That's all I want to know.
I asked Karen to read about it after court today. Take a listen.
They have to know.
Karen, there's a debate over the shoes. Do they match from the picture to what John was wearing?
Just look at the evidence. Look at the pictures. I didn't collect them. I've seen that, though.
That is a different fucking shoe. It's a different
And then there's
shoe,
another
bro.
picture of two shoes side by side. The way that that picture is shot, one looks bigger than the other. One looks darker than the other, more dirty, I would say.
Dude, that is clearly a shoe with a black sole.
What was that? I mean, he's saying that's the shoe that was found on the curb. No, that was yesterday in the left shoe. Take a listen now. They take this break, this mysterious break, and then they come back and it's like, oh, that never happened. Take a listen to this.
Kingdom Radio, y'all. It's not the same shoe. Okay? It's not the same shoe. Now, people, trying to get y'all to understand, dude. Okay? Trying to get y'all to understand. Hold on a second. Now I don't know if I can find it. It's short, but effective. Give me a second here. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
Still TBD.
Pay close attention. Listen closely.
Ms. Reed, any relaxation planned over the next few days?
No alarms for at least a day.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ms. Reed, what about the shoes?
Thank you.
Ms. Reed, what about the shoe? Okay. Their independent commentator.
Ms. Reed, any relaxation planned over the next few days?
No alarms for at least a day.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ms. Reed, what about the shoes?
Thank you.
Now, you couldn't hear her over the obnoxious laughter and ridicule over America's favorite independent commentator, okay? But Miss Reed absolutely confirmed that it was a different shoe. She did it with her eyes, okay? She may not have said it, and maybe her eyes were saying something else, but I interpreted them to say that they were that different shoes, okay? That's what I interpreted it as, because I'm always right. Listen, people, this is what you guys got to understand. You guys got to understand that I have been fucking right about everything in regards to this case so far. I have been right about everything. You can sit here and act like I haven't been. You can sit here and hate me for being arrogant, but if I'm fucking arrogant, it's because I earned it. You understand? I've been right about every fucking thing, dude. Before the waterfall video of Higgins acting a goddamn fool came out, I called it. I said Higgins had the most motive. I said that shit a year and a half ago. I said Higgins has the most motive. Before the Toohey report came out, 3,100 pages from the FBI and the DOJ, I said Higgins has the most motive. Well, maybe not before the Toohey report came out. But before the details of the Toohey report came out in trial, I said it. Higgins has the most motive. What happens? 2 trials later, he is the third party culprit. Everybody was like, Colin. I was like, Higgins had the most motive. What happened? And then we got this shoe business. Let's wait and see, people. Wait and see. Okay? I'm going to die on this fucking hill. And tomorrow, I'm at the top of that hill. You understand? I'm at the top of that hill tomorrow. Closing arguments. Home stretch. Home stretch. But it is undeniable, people. The best selling point for the Glare Institute of Law and stuff, okay, is that the founder of the Glare Institute of Law and stuff has been right about fucking everything in regards to the Karen Reed case ever since he started following it. That's right, I'm talking about the Glare in the third person, because the Glare is a force, an entity. You understand me? A force and an entity. You understand me? Somebody's like, you're making me anxious. I'm just being silly, y'all. I've had too many energy drinks and it's been a long day. And I'm like tired and hyper. Oh, you can't have this shirt. You can't have this one. Everybody wants my clothes, man. What the fuck's wrong with y'all? Y'all can't shop. Somebody fucking sent me an email. I didn't even respond to it. They were like, oh, I saw you a few streams ago and you were wearing this hoodie that had like John Travolta and Uma Thurman dancing on it. Blah, blah, blah. You can't have that hoodie. That's my hoodie. Okay? It's mine. No, man, I'm super excited, man. I'm just really happy that Aiden got found not guilty, dude. Like, dude, we've been following this shit for how long? You know what I mean? Like, I've been following this for well over a year and a half, right? And like, one of the first significant things to happen as I was following this case was Aiden being charged, which really got my antennas up. But I'm going to be here, man. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be here for the duration of Aiden's trials and tribulations of this case. I'm seeing it through. Yeah, like it's amazing to be on the right side of things, man. Like to be on the right side of something that's so significant and so important, you know? Like all kidding aside, like I'm just joking around, man. Like but like seriously though, it's just really cool to be on the right side of like something so important that's happening right now. And this is just the, you know, I have a feeling that this is just the tip of the iceberg, folks. I have a feeling that you know, once Karen Reed is acquitted, once Karen Reed is acquitted, you know, her fight's just beginning. You know, like she deserves like a kingdom after this, you know? I hope she goes into politics. I hope she fucking, I mean, the possibilities are endless, but I hope at the very least that she sues the shit out of everybody responsible for this railroad job. Anybody who had a hand in it. Anybody who had a hand in it that's worth fucking taking to court and fucking turning their pockets inside out. I would love to see that shit happen. And I hope Aiden does it too. I hope when this is all over, I hope Aiden sues the fuck out of everybody, dude. Like, I can't wait for that shit. Like, I laugh, dude. I love seeing the trolls. I love those idiots that buy into Kate Peters' dumb bullshit and Plevin's dumb bullshit that are like, oh, these lawsuits are going to come. Aiden's going to go to prison and then he's going to get sued. Or no, dude. The opposite of that is going to happen. And most of those trolls on Twitter, like, I wouldn't even bother with. You know what I mean? Those are just idiots. I wouldn't even bother with them. Fuck them. I get, you know, there's some people that just get so upset over these anonymous trolls on Twitter that are saying these stupid fucking things, you know, and, you know, oh my God, they talked about my kids. Like, so what? You know what I mean? Like, I get it. It hurts and it's annoying, you know, I get it. And it's frustrating because they're such fucking cowards. You don't know where it's coming from. You don't know where these insults and these doxings are coming from. I get that. But, you know, that the other side to that coin is they're cowards. They're anonymous fucking cowards who are just spreading rumors, things that are uncorroborated, things that are just plain lies. You know, nobody believes, like, there's no credibility coming from a fucking nameless and faceless troll, dude. There's nothing, you know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. Like, look at these people, dude. Like, look at the fucking babysitter. You guys want to see the babysitter? Look at the babysitter, bro. The fake victim fucking babysitter. Like, look at her fucking face, dude. This is, imagine you're a fucking kid getting off a goddamn school bus and this person's like,
she testified and they asked her about,
I'm here to pick you up. Your mom sent me. That's the oldest trick in the book. That's Stranger Danger 101, bro. Stranger Danger 101 is somebody showing up to a fucking bus stop and going, hey, what's up, kid? Hey, your mom sent me to come pick you guys up. Just hop on in my car. And it's this fucking person, bro. Talking to B. Tim of all fucking people. The biggest cuck to ever fucking don a YouTube channel. Doesn't even really have his own channel. He just gets on other people's shit and whines and bitches. Talks out of his ass. Like, imagine that shit. Imagine this person. I'm here to pick you guys up. Your mom sent me. Dude, if I'm under the age of 7 and that person approaches me with that story, I start crying and screaming, dude. I start crying and screaming. I mean, you know? You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, look at this. That's not in any way, shape, or form indicative to a safe situation. Turtleboy's got sources that say she's a crackhead. Dude, you never know with a crackhead, dude. That's the other thing with crackheads. That's the reason you stay the fuck away from them, dude. It's not just because they're annoying as fuck and they're always trying to hit you up for money. You know, it's not just because of that. Crackheads will sell your kids, bro. You know what I'm saying? You leave your kid with the human trafficking problem that we got going on today in Massachusetts. Dude, think about this person right here, dude. Imagine if she is a crackhead. She's got a fucking fence for kids, bro. She's fencing kids. I don't know if that's true. I'm just saying. If it's a crackhead, it's possible. That's all I'm saying. I don't know nothing about her. I'm saying if anything's possible with a crackhead, they probably got a fence for kids. They'll probably try to trade the kids in for crack. Be like, hey, how much crack do I get for a kid? It's no good, dude. And you're gonna send a crackhead to go pick up your kids. Dude. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. All right, hold on a second here. All right. Phone lines are open if anybody wants to call in. Stay on for a few more minutes. Then I'm going to call it a day. Oh yeah, man. I'm going to fucking destroy Top Gun. You got to join Patreon. So what you got to do is join Patreon, and then come Sunday night, I'm going to share a link in Patreon that's going to direct you to me streaming on Kick Top Gun and destroying it. And I'm going to make a thing out of this, depending on how well it goes. Sundays, every Sunday, I'm going to take a movie that everybody loves, and I'm going to fuck it up. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a movie that you love, and I'm going to destroy it. I'm going to find everything that's wrong with it. I'm going to make fun of it. I'm going to mock the characters that touch your heart just the right way. I'm absolutely going to minimize your fucking wonderful experience that you've had with these movies. You see why you're laughing? That's why. That's why. Listen, I can enjoy a good movie, okay? I love movies. But I know the difference between a good movie and a bad movie. And there are really good, really bad movies that I love, okay? And all I'm going to be doing pretty much is pointing out the difference between a good movie and a bad movie and why you love them and why you don't. That's all. I'm just going to be calling y'all out. That's what I do.
Call from
James.
James. What's up, James?
How are you, sir?
I'm doing good, buddy. How are you?
I'm good, man. Thank God for you.
Thank God for you. How are you? Oh, are you
good?
You're good. Go ahead.
I think the first domino fell today. This Karen Reed trial started on April Fool's Day. Tomorrow is Friday the 13th. I'm local around here, so I'm going to try to get out of work early afternoon because I think it's just Brennan is unraveled. As long as the jury isn't rigged, I think she might get an acquittal tomorrow if they start deliberating around noon, man. I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah.
It could happen. I mean, you've been looking for this for years now, and I don't know what I'm going to do with myself when it happens.
Well, I mean, again, Turtleboy's case is going on, and then we still got Sandra Birchmore to follow. We got Farwell to convict. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got to get more. We got to get more eyes. The more eyes we get on those cases, the more chance we get for people to start looking at Justin Root's case and start paying attention to his sister Jen. We got that going on. I mean, and as long as if Karen Reed and Turtleboy after they're cleared of everything, they start taking on some civil suits, maybe we'll be following those closely as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just, look, I grew up in Norfolk County. I don't live there. I live a little south of there now. But, it's just, this stuff doesn't, I hate to say it, but it doesn't surprise me with just the patronage and just, there's no accountability up here. And
what it seems
that's
like.
starting to happen. I'm glad for the national attention, glad for people like you. And I don't know, man.
And
I got a
sorry,
feeling
man,
about tomorrow.
there's also Enrique Delgado Garcia that we got to
Yeah. It's endless.
Yeah. So
it's endless, man.
So there's a lot of fight to continue with here. As long as the numbers of people are there, you know what I mean? As long as the strength in numbers remains, then there's a chance to make a difference. And I think this case is proof that we made a difference. The following that Turtleboy has obtained since he got in trouble is a very telling thing in a good way. You know, people are paying attention.
They made him famous,
right? They did. And Karen Reed, you know, I mean, what's interesting is more people are following Turtleboy for his issues that he's having with the law than his coverage of Karen Reed anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, it's not what I'm saying. I'm not taking away. It's not that anybody's forgotten what he's done for the Karen Reed case and what he does for the Karen Reed case, but he's got such a following now because he's proof. He's the one that proved through his actions and through their actions that there is corruption in Norfolk County. I mean, by charging him, by locking him up, I mean, he is the walking proof besides Karen Reed.
And he put everything on. He went to jail for it, man. He's
right.
Street cred. He's got everything. You know, it's unbelievable. But I mean, I just look. I've been checking in with you. I've been listening to various people. You know, I work a delivery job, and you know, so I try to keep up with this. But really appreciate it. Like, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of things you could be doing down in Florida that are more interesting. But we appreciate it up here, man. We love you, brother.
Well, I'm in Tennessee, not Florida, but I'm from Florida.
Oh, all right.
But,
got that wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
I've already worn out everything I could do in Florida. I think I don't. But who knows?
Yeah. All right. Well, you know.
But
hey, thanks again, man. And I'm looking forward to. I think it's going to happen tomorrow, man. I'm not a. Man. Yep.
I think so too. I mean, I'm going to say Monday the latest, you know, Monday afternoon the latest. But yeah, absolutely. James, I really appreciate you calling, bud. Thanks for everything.
All right, man. Hang in there.
You too, bud. Later.
Take care.
Call from
Plot twist.
You're on. Who am I speaking with? Hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
I can now. What's up, buddy?
What's up, Blair? My name's Andrew. I'm from Cairo, Egypt.
Okay, right on. Are you calling from Cairo, Egypt right now?
No, I'm here on business. Originally from, grew up in Mass, but I live in Cairo.
Oh,
so
okay.
I've been following the case from over there.
What do you do in Cairo, or can you not talk about it?
Oh, sure. No, I work for a pharmaceutical company, and I work in their Middle East headquarters in Cairo.
Sorry. Yeah. I'm just fucking with you. So what's up, man?
Hey, man, I'm really excited for tomorrow. I want to first of all say thank you for everything you do. You've become my addiction to get through this trial. But I'm a little worried, and this is why I'm worried. If you notice that, I think some people call him the powder face guy, the appeals attorney for the DA. He's taken notes like he's going to have to do something after this trial, which only can tell me one thing, that they're expecting some sort of appeal. So that guy kind of creeps me out every time he's taking notes. I don't know if anyone noticed that, but he's doing something, and he's being paid to sit there like he's going to have to do something after this trial. So that's the only thing that's really worrying me. I know she's not guilty. I know she's factually innocent, but I'm just worried that, why would they, put this guy there?
Have no fear, my friend. Let me put your mind to ease, because Karen has her appeals attorneys too. So
okay,
yeah, we're okay. Appeals are to be expected. Okay, that comes in the third semester of the Blair Institute of Law and stuff. So appeals are to be expected when cases are won or lost by the opposite party. Almost always. I've always seen that happen. Almost every time.
Yeah, man. Like, so, but I'm hoping, I'm not hoping for, I'm hoping for a verdict tomorrow, but I don't know we're going to get one. I think, the jurors are going to do their due diligence, at least go through the evidence, even if they already have their minds made up for not guilty. But just hoping for the best. And thank you for your continued coverage. We hope to see you in Boston even after this thing ends.
Andrew, I really hope so. I mean, like I said, I think there's still a lot to focus on in Boston besides Karen Reed and Turtleboy. So I think we'll see what happens, but hopefully everybody stays grounded and stays together. And as long as everybody's staying together in Boston, trying to get justice for Sandra Birchmore, Justin Root, Enrique Delgado Garcia, I'll be in that fight with you guys. So
I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Blair.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Call from
Seeks retreat.
to accept.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Hey,
How's it going?
good. So I have a question for you. I'm in Florida as well. Check out the Warren Sapp case down in Okeechobee with the sheriff and him deleting evidence off of one of the sheriff's deputies' wives that he was dating.
Warren Sapp, the football
Yep, look-
player?
Yes, sir. Look up the Warren Sapp and the corruption going on in Okeechobee right now.
Okeechobee. Wow. Yeah, man.
Yep. So check out the judge and all that down there when you get a little bit of
Yeah,
time.
that's out west in Florida, right? Like kind of central west Florida.
South.
South?
Yeah, down near Hialeah and all that.
Oh, what am I talking about? Yeah, I grew up in Hialeah, man.
Oh, did you? Yep. Check out the Warren Sapp case down there. Watch his arrest.
You're talking
and,
about like Okeechobee Road.
like Okeechobee, like the county and all that, the city. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Check out the sheriff down there. He was sleeping with one of his deputies' wives, and she ended up dead. He went into the evidence, took the phone, and deleted. So yeah, check into that case down there.
Okay. Yeah, that would be interesting. Yeah, I didn't even
Yep.
know Warren Sapp was charged with anything. So
Yeah, they arrested him illegally at a rally with, you know how they do the cars, the rally cars.
okay.
And he was the only black guy in the crowd. And yeah, they arrested him. Like, it's crazy case, and he's got like a 20 million lawsuit on him right now.
Wow. He's got a lawsuit on the sheriff's department or the police department?
Yeah, he's got it on Okeechobee and the sheriff's department down there.
Okay. Oh, that's
Yep.
wild, man.
Yeah, so it'll give you something to do on the side. But yeah, check out the Okeechobee case down there.
It's so funny. I don't even think I've ever even been around there. Like, all I know of around Hialeah is Okeechobee Road, which is like it's State Road 27, right?
Yep.
And like there's a bunch of like, themed motel rooms and shit. Themed motels.
Right,
down
and cow
Okeechobee.
pastures. And, yep.
Yeah.
No,
like,
but yeah, definitely check out that case.
During my ecstasy days, I spent a lot of time on Okeechobee Road.
Oh wow, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
good thing you didn't get caught by
You're
Okeechobee.
talking-
But
yeah,
yeah,
you're talking late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah.
yeah, definitely check out the YouTubes on it, because there's some crazy files out there with it, and Warren Sapp is kind of doing a lot of the investigation on his own as well.
Wow.
So yeah, check it all out.
That's wild, dude. Okay, yeah, that
It-
might be worth checking out. Thank you for letting me know about that.
You're welcome, and hopefully we get a not guilty tomorrow. And thanks, guys, for all y'all do.
We have to get a not guilty. We will get a not
Oh
guilty.
my God, I got chills. I don't trust this judge, but we'll see what happens.
It's not the judge, it's the jury. But yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Yep. All right. Well, y'all have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
Call from
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, Will, how are you? Good afternoon. It's Matt.
What's up, Matt?
Not too much. Hope you're good. Hey, I'm going to be very quick.
All right.
First of all, trial one, I tuned into you every single day. I feel like I know you, like we're buddies, but whatever. Anyways, put that aside. Hey, can you tell me a link? You know the wrestling thing that you put up?
Oh yeah. I don't have
Dude, that thing is crazy, dude.
I don't have a link
that
for
is
that.
like the greatest thing of all time.
I don't have a link for that. I gotta tell you, I found that on Facebook like 10 years ago, dude. Like at least 10 years ago, like more than 10 years ago. I found that on Facebook, and I'd forgotten all about it. And then I came across it by accident, and then I downloaded it. Because I was like, I don't want to lose this shit. And the cool thing about it, and one of the reasons why I use it as much as I do, is because it's not copyright protected. So it's so good, and it's not copyright protected. So and I just never get sick of it. So if everybody else starts getting sick of it, I might stop playing it, but I haven't been playing it a lot because I don't want people to get sick of it, because I like it. Because I'm a big wrestling fan too. But that shit is just like really, really well done, and like just the bass lines in that shit are just dope as fuck. But yeah, no, I get it. I get why you want a link for it and everything, but I don't even know who made it. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's just so phenomenal. It's like it's like, oh, like I get the notification on my phone. It's like the glare is coming up. And when that comes on, you have everything else that leads up to it. But when that comes on, I get hyped up.
Yeah. Because I have to download stuff and then play it as a file off of my MacBook, right? Because if not, Streamyard, the sound comes out like shit. You know what I mean? If I'm streaming, like, you could stream a trial and you could stream a video where there's talking, but if you're streaming music, it's going to come out like shit. Like parts are going to cut out and everything if you're streaming it straight off YouTube. But if I download it and play it off my computer, it ensures that the listener hears it well and hears it without cutouts and shit like that. So I made sure to download it. And now it's like, yeah, it's just a file on my computer now. I don't even know where you would find it.
That's awesome. You just schooled me to that. Can I just ask you one more question, Will?
Sure.
As far as Aiden is concerned, how many more cases does he have to go in front of a judge? And is it all going to be...
I think it's 3. I think.
Okay.
I could be wrong. Because he's got orders against Krusty Panties. And so there's that, and then he's got the 16 charges. So there's that. And I feel like there's one more thing that I'm forgetting, at least one more thing that I'm forgetting.
Okay, so that's my question. You just said the 16 other charges. Is that all lumped into like one in front of the judge type of thing? Okay.
Yeah, because it's like 16 counts of like the same thing pretty much.
Gotcha.
And then there's the wiretapping thing with fake victim, but there's never been a fucking thing. There was never even any follow-up to that. So
that's bullshit, dude.
Right. And then the window intimidation thing, but I think that was I think that's thrown in with the other ones.
I was laughing so hard when I saw that. I'm like, I wonder if they're gonna fucking drag Will in.
I was wondering it too. I'm telling you, man, because I was like, I'll tell you, the way we found out was someone messaged me, and then I was like, someone messaged me, and I was like, and said Aiden had been charged, and then I immediately messaged them back. It was like, no way, that's a lie, because I was sitting next to his lawyer at lunch. So I was like, that's a lie. No way. You know what I mean? Because he wouldn't be sitting right next to me if that had just happened. Right. So, but then I get to thinking, and I remembered the night before's antics. Right. And so I was like, okay, I was like, the smart thing to do here, the wise thing to do is to make Mr. Betterow aware, just so he knows there's nobody better to tell about this than him. You know, so I was like, because that kind of got me thinking. Like, I didn't think it was real. I didn't think he got charged, but then it got me thinking, and I was like, I should probably tell Betero just in case. So I tell Betero about it. Then he goes, huh? And then he gets on the phone, and then he calls Aiden, and then Aiden's like, yeah. So then we're like, we gotta go. So we go back to court, and I was like scared that I was gonna get charged too, because I did the same thing he did. With, you know what I mean? Now I didn't speak into the camera because I assumed that there was no audio. Aiden assumed there was no audio too. He was just speaking out loud for the benefit of us, to entertain us. You know what I mean? That's all he was doing. He was just showing off for his friends who he was out with. That's all. So
that's my point, Will. So we've come to this in North.
Well, that's what
Norfolk
I'm saying.
County.
So when we get back to the courthouse, I'm like, I see Aiden, and Aiden is like, his eyes are red. He is clearly anxious, clearly extremely anxious. Because he doesn't know if he's going back to jail. He doesn't know if he's about to walk into that courtroom at a hearing that's already scheduled. Because I was there to support Karen Reed and support Aiden at his court hearing, right?
Hell yeah.
So I was there in the morning for the hearing for Karen Reed's hearing, and then 2:00 comes around, and it's like, all right, we got to go to Aiden's. So after lunch, that's where we came back, and I was scared. I mean, and I asked Aiden, I was like, do you think, are they going to charge me? Because I needed to know if I needed to make some phone calls. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where I was at too, you know, because I mean, I got a dog and a cat that are being boarded, and I'm like, I need to make some phone calls if I'm going to go to jail. But I was ready to go to jail if I had to. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
So I sat in the courtroom, and all they did was refer to me as a friend when they brought it up. Mr. Carney and a friend spoken to. He was threatening and saying very abusive things, and caused Mr. Colin Albert, excuse me, and Mr. Chris Albert great deal of stress and anxiety. Like,
dude, is there anyone worse than Cosgrove? I mean,
no,
I listened to you all day today. Like, I was one of the ones who stayed on your stream, whatever.
Oh,
but
thank you for that, man.
Of course. But it's like, this guy, I don't know what the hell's going on around here. I'm just so confused about it. And Will, my last question, because I hear all sorts of calls coming in. Can I ask you one more question?
Sure.
What do you think is going to happen?
What with what exactly, specifically?
Karen Reed.
Oh,
Karen Reed.
Like with the trial, what do I think the outcome's going to be?
What do you think
the verdict's going to be?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry to put it on you.
Not guilty. No, that's easy.
Me too. But who the fuck knows?
Like, yeah, not guilty. I mean, I
agree.
I am absolutely convinced at this point, with how dirty Beverly Cannoni has been, with how she's been coddling Hank Brennan, while Hank Brennan just made a complete and utter mockery. And mockery is too nice. He has absolutely spit in the face of Lady Justice with this entire farce of a trial. He spit in Lady Justice's face. And so did Bev by facilitating it and letting it happen. Make no mistake, by that and that alone, I consider them to be corrupt. So
let's go.
So having said that, if this jury does not come back with an absolute not guilty verdict in all 3 counts, then I'm going to say the jury's been tampered with. I can't see any other explanation. Especially knowing what we don't know about Fanning in the last trial.
Couldn't agree with you more, Will. I could not agree with you more. God bless all Will's listeners, and God bless Will for doing everything he does, and everyone have a good night. God bless.
Right on, James. Thanks, buddy.
I love you.
Love you too, buddy. Man, nice guy, dude. Real nice guy. All right. No, sorry. I'm cutting it off. I am done with the phone calls because I think that was a great phone call to end things on. That was wonderful. Anyways, guys, I am going to go ahead and wrap this up. You guys are amazing. Man, I cannot express how dope that was that you guys stuck in that chat. A good solid 300 of you stuck in the chat when there was nothing happening just to fucking hang out with each other and wait it out to see if StreamYard came back up. Man, that shit is amazing. That was it rejuvenated how I look at doing this. It really did. Something like that is I find things like that to be extremely powerful. So I want to thank all of you guys for that. I mean it. And I see a lot of people have been signing on to the Patreon. You guys are here for it, bro. I love that shit. I'm gonna drop that link one more time, man. I love it. You guys love the idea of me fucking up your movies. Because here's how that started. My friends, and this might be a little difficult for you guys to believe, but believe it or not, growing up in the group of friends that I had, a tight-knit group of friends that I had over the course of my teenage years, well into my adult years, some of which I'm very, very still very good friends with to this day. And I'm the guy that when everybody's hyped and loving a movie, I'm like, yeah, it was good, but, and then, oh, fuck. All of them are like, oh, fucking Will, dude. You know what I mean? So I thought I'd capitalize on that. So that's, so I've been racking my brain forever trying to think of good Patreon content. And now Kick has provided me with an idea. Kick, not enforcing copyright claims, has provided me with this idea. And so I am going to destroy your favorite movies. Okay? That is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to stream it just like I stream Vinny and Court TV and add commentary. I'm just doing it to your favorite movies, folks. And we're going to have a lot of fun doing it. So, the link is in chat. And whatever the minimum tier is, man, that'll get you access. So don't you worry. And then what I'm going to do Sunday, or it'll technically be Saturday night. So Saturday night, sometime during Turtleboy's stream, I will drop that link into the Patreon. So you guys got to check your Patreon. You got to check it for posts from me. And you will see that I will have a Kick link there waiting for you. It won't be my Kick link because otherwise it's a general link and it's going to leak everywhere. So the whole world will have access to it. I'm going to have to make a new Kick link for every single time I do this. Okay? That's how this is going to work. All right. So I have to make a new Kick link for every single time I do this. And the link to that Kick will be shared Saturday night during Turtleboy's stream. And then I will see you guys following Turtleboy's stream or soon before Turtleboy's stream ends. Midnight, depending on how long Turtleboy's stream goes. But no matter what, we're starting at midnight. And it's going to be a blast because I am going to show everyone how gay of a movie Top Gun really is. And I'm going to have fun doing it. Folks, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for all of the likes. Make sure to hit the like. Make sure to hit the like on your way out. If you have not already. Yeah, exactly, Mazza. Exactly. Now I'm gonna fly this one solo. Okay. I'm not gonna have a wingman on this particular episode of He Fucking Ruined It. On this particular episode of He Fucking Ruined It, I'm gonna fly solo, no wingman. But for the next one, I might bring on a wingman. That's gonna be the plan too. For future episodes, I'm gonna try to have I'm gonna try to bring on a guest, a very special guest, to go for this ride with me. So it'll be fun. Yeah, no Goose, no Merlin, none of that shit. Okay. So, guys, yes. Oh my God, Mazza. That's not going to be next week, though. Next week, I already have one in mind. That's not going to be next week. I'm going to think of the ladies for next week. But Mazza, that's a good one. As a matter of fact, I'm pledging that it's going to be you. You're doing Point Break with me, bro. We're doing Point Break together. It's going to be so much fun. Oh my God. I just got like double excited about this. This is amazing. I can't wait. So, yeah, dude. Yes, I'll be in touch about that. Probably 2 weeks. We'll be doing that. But anyway, yeah, man. Make sure to hit the like on your way out if you haven't already. I know I got a shit ton of new subscribers today, man. That means the world to me. You guys are so fucking awesome. I really hope you guys enjoy the channel moving forward. And guys, make sure to hit the notification bell so you know when I'm going live, because I just kind of go live on the fly whenever I feel like it. And guys, all of the support. Thank you guys for the Venmos and the PayPals and the super chats and the memberships. I am so grateful to you guys. I had an absolute blast. You guys are absolutely amazing. I love you guys very, very much. I want to thank Meredith for joining the stream. I want to fucking thank Turtleboy for fighting the good fight and coming out on top, representing everybody, representing all of us who have been stalked by crazy bitches. Thank you for the win. Guys, I love you very much, and we will do this again very soon, my friends.